Okay, part 2 of my fasting video. The second part, I'm going to start with what's called the 5-2 diet. It's 5 days of normal keto. I call it keto, but that's not what the protocol is. It's actually normal eating. But let's just stick to 5 days of normal keto, and then you take 2 days and you call it caloric restriction days. Women will have about 500 calories and men about 600 calories. Those are just rough numbers. There are no good studies that show the benefit of it, even though people have claimed to lose quite a bit of weight off this way. As you know, calories in versus calories out theoretically is not supposed to work, but some people still say they have really good benefits from it. Some people say they do incorporate calorie restriction days, such as me right now. I'm on a like protein sparring modified fast right now, where I'm only having about, I would say, 70 to 90 grams of protein, extremely low fat, almost none at all. I would probably say max 30 grams of fat, just so I don't get gallstones, and no carb, no sugar, no nothing. And the first day so far, like I said, I'm a little hangry, but I can deal with it because at least I've had something. I don't recommend it for most people unless you have actually done it before and you have a lot of self-discipline. Most of this all comes from self-discipline. You have to be able to control yourself. Again, on the 5-2 diet, there are no good studies that show any kind of real benefit to it. Eat, stop, eat. Basically, it's a 24-hour fast, 1 to 2 days per week. Again, self-discipline. Eat one day, fast for 24 hours. Eat one day, fast for 24 hours. Finish out the rest of your week normal eating. Eat, fast, alternate. So basically, you'll eat normal for a day, maybe 2 days, and then on your fasting day, it's not really fasting, and they even state that in most articles. It's just a calorie restriction day. It's a small reset, maybe, not even a reset, just to help clean you out somewhat, but even at that, I don't see the point in it. There are no real benefits to it. I don't know. I wouldn't do it. If it was me, I personally wouldn't do that. The warrior diet, it's basically, it comes from the paleo plan, but they incorporated fruits and stuff when they did it, and that's not the case here. The warrior diet is basically all unprocessed food. Everything fresh. Keep it keto, not paleo. And you basically have 4 hours to get all your caloric intake in for the day. Your daily nutrition is 4 hours. So basically 20 hours of no eating and then 4 hours of eating. You could just basically call it a different version of intermittent fasting, honestly, because there's a lot of us in the keto world that will simply do that. We won't eat for 20 hours and then we'll just have a few meals, very dense, high-fat meals, and we can pretty much get in most of our caloric intake for the day. What are the benefits to the intermittent fasting, the 1 meal a day, the protein sparring, modified fast? There are risks that come along with this. If you're new, you want to slowly step into this. Intermittent fasting is not just something you can jump into. If you're a person that doesn't really eat breakfast anyway, this might come natural to you. Basically, the benefits to fasting in general is it changes the function of your cells, the genes, the hormones. You lose fat, you reduce insulin resistance, you raise your growth hormones, cell repair, reduce stress, reduce inflammation, reduce free radicals, heart health. You lower your LDL markers and stuff. Blood sugar levels decrease. You get into a form of autophagy. You don't really get into a deep form of autophagy until you've full fasted for at least 72 hours, and that's where your immune system basically dies off, and all your new white blood cells are reborn. That's the deep autophagy phase. That's where your cells are basically eating the bad parts of your cell, where proteins and stuff have accumulated, and the good part of the cell will actually eat the bad part of the cell. I used to have moles and stuff all over my neck. I only have one little mole here left from all the fasting and stuff that I've been doing, and it's a just a little small mole. I don't think it's going anywhere. Anyhow, you'll eat, you'll take care of eczema, psoriasis, things like that. Basically cell waste removal, protects against Alzheimer's, dementia, etc., etc., prevents cancer, helps live longer, heal your gut health. Fasting if I was to recommend fasting to somebody to start, it would have to be intermittent fasting, or like 1 meal a day, or some people on the keto group have done the protein sparring modified fast. It takes a lot of control, and you will lose weight very fast. But again, you have to be careful because they have what's called rabbit starvation, where you actually have more protein than anything else, and you can actually, in some cases, there have been articles that write that you can die from it. I don't want to take that chance, so right now I'm just doing this 5-day program, and I'm out of it. This is just a program that I created based on my lifestyle. I don't recommend anybody else doing this. I have protein 3 times a day, and it's about 25 to 30 grams of protein. I keep the fat content kind of low, and I just stay up on my electrolytes and stuff, and it simply resets me. My knees and stuff stop hurting, and I get right back into losing weight. I haven't lost weight now in probably a good 6 weeks because I've just been focused on living my life and eating a lot of keto food. And then there's a few times where I slipped up that I shouldn't have, but you know, I know how to get right back on track, and I pay for it, and it sucks, and I hurt from it, but it's a choice that I made. This is the different types of fasting. So I'm getting back in it right now, and I'm getting real serious with it. All strict keto, no bulletproof coffee, no artificial sweeteners, no extreme additives, just straight whole food keto and fasting. And I'm just going to rock out now and just see how far I can get along. Try to beat my last lowest weigh-in. Okay, guys, that's all I got. These are all the different types of fasting. Thanks. Keto on.